This is the first one live on the VeeFam Network, live on Twitch. And I am so thrilled to call up the for round two, everyone's favorite Mikey Caloca, fresh off a promotion. Congratulations.
Damn, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for letting me come back for a round two. I appreciate it. Actually, let me go ahead and I saw your tweet just went out. Let me go ahead and quote tweet to let the world know to join up.
Quote tweet it up. If everyone can share and tell the world that Mikey's here. The Mikey arc is in a very, very cool place right now. And I'm not going to reiterate a lot. I'm going to not to try to be redundant because I want to plug episode 32 because it was one of my favorite episodes because like you were in a place where you were in the shadows, right? You didn't want to be out there face forward. You just wanted to do your thing. And Corso was pushing you to get out in the limelight. And now now you're on like, the whatnot, you're in the studio, Andy, you're in some Andy tweets, like you're out there.
Yeah, dude. Well, first of all, how are you? How are you doing?
I'm good, man. I was just ranting on how I'm like in my VeeFriends, VeeFam roller coaster, like I'm getting momentum again. Like I'm ready.
Good, man. I know. I heard you say like don't even wait until 2025. Just start like immediately. We'll get into that because New Year resolutions. I have an interesting take on that, but shoot, man. I am in an interesting arc. I think when we had our first podcast, like you said, I was trying really hard to like not come out. Like I was trying really hard to like sort of I don't know, a lot of designers can sort of relate, where we like to make stuff and just see it out there, but not let anyone know who's making it. It's sort of like it's kind of like being in the shadows a little bit. And then when I started coming out a little bit and being more in the community, people were like extremely welcoming and everyone was very, very like engaging and really appreciative for the work that I was doing. Michelle, one of the people in the chat, she was super sweet. I met her at Comic-Con, but yeah, dude, once I got out there and I started to be a little more, I guess, comfortable with people knowing and just kind of the excitement behind it, dude, everything has just kind of like gone up, man. The timing is kind of crazy. I've been like really, really, really working my tail off. Like you guys know I'm like passionate about this, so it's just gotten worse. Like I've just gotten like really, really, really serious about it, which I was before, but now I am like tenfold. And I mean, I guess the outcome has sort of showed it, with the products that you guys hold, the stuff that you guys enjoy, which like makes me beyond happy to see you guys enjoy it, because that's the whole reason why I sit here and do this. So yeah, man, life has changed a lot, but in a very exciting way.
Amazing. And obviously the outpour of positive comments and just excitement to see you is very evident here. Before we jump in, let's just give a quick, doesn't need to be a long-winded intro, but just give us, for people that may not totally be familiar, just a little bit like what you do with VeeFriends and like your job title and a little bit like job description about what you do and where we may have seen your work.
Yeah. So currently I am the senior designer at VeeFriends. A lot of the physical items that you guys see ripped on Whatnot, sold at conventions, clothing that you guys will wear, things that will continue to come out. I wouldn't say it's 100% me, but I take part in a lot of the stuff that comes out. As far as like backstory, man, I'll keep it short. I come from a very, very unorthodox like way of design. I didn't go to school for this. During COVID, I completely taught myself through YouTube how to do graphic design, and getting into one of Gary's companies within my first 6 months. I don't know how the hell I did it. But I got into one of Gary's companies within the first 6 months, and it just taught me, just put a little fire under me to kind of like have to learn, which was great. So I did leave at one point, but it was for a very short stint, but now I'm back. and I've been back for multiple years. Yeah, 1:37 p.m. That's where I started, man. Godly, I haven't seen that logo in forever. But yeah, man, I came and went. I came back, and haven't looked back since. But I've been working at, I guess, a Vayner company for at least like 4 years, and that's where I reside now. Just every day, sitting right here, making the stuff that you guys put on your shelves and enjoy and just love. So that's like a brief gist.
Yeah, I want to quickly plug episode 32. Like Mikey tells his full origin story, and one of the headlines is he left the NBA. He's the first person ever in the history of the universe to leave the NBA to work for VeeFriends, designing with the Grizzlies, Memphis Grizzlies, to come. Also, another cool story that I'll throw is the serendipity. So you just mentioned at 137 left to go to the NBA, which is a normal move.
Yeah, of course.
Then wanted to come back. Wanted to come back to the Vayner world, and was talking to Tyler Schmidt, who a lot of you know, and he was on speakerphone, and Andy was all in the room, overhearing this, and the way the story ends, offers you the job because he overheard it.
Yeah,
serendipity,
crazy,
preparation meets opportunity, all of the things. Obviously you worked hard in your few months there. Now we did that episode in about a year ago. I think it dropped November 2023.
Really?
So much has happened. Yeah,
Golly.
can you believe it?
Dude, time is like slipping, man. Jeez. But yeah, go ahead.
So much has happened. Like the output of products and content and things that we touch and feel and see, and so many platforms is crazy. What is give us a couple overarching highlights, things you're proud of, learnings from the past year, before we like dive into the nitty gritty. Let's start macro.
Hell yeah. Well, we've worked on a lot, and it's just a lot, man. With like packaging, with stickers, with apparel, something that like specifically I really love. I love seeing everyone rip the whatchamacallit, the ornaments.
Yep.
I just really like hiding things and not having anyone know that I'm making it, like, and not being able to tell anyone. Like, I think that's what like really kind of like fuels me a little bit. Like, I designed the ornaments on the plane to VCon, so I've been like sort of like keeping that in, but it's exciting. Like, it's not like, oh, you don't know, but it's just like more of like an excitement thing. Like, I can't wait for you guys to see what's coming. But yeah, I think that's honestly the most exciting thing about what I've been doing, is just being able to see like what's coming and how I can make an impact on it, and how like they literally give me a blank canvas. Like that's the beautiful thing of it. Like, we don't really work off of templates too much. Like, really, the world is my oyster when it comes to pins or packaging or stickers. Like, for the most part, I wanted the red sleeve to be specifically angled on the right side of the packaging. So if you take it off and you rip it, there's still a VeeFriends logo under it, and you can still present it on your shelf. So like, having that freedom and like having the opportunity to like just have fun with stuff makes life really fun. I've been dying for you guys to rip the snowstorm packs. Those are like really sick. I had a lot of fun like designing those stickers. The frostbite one is my favorite, and like that one has been getting a lot of love. So it's just, I think, to answer your question, like the most exciting part, dude, is just seeing people's reactions. Like, I was watching the live of the snowstorm packs being ripped, just like out of pure excitement, like just to see like people's initial reaction. Like, what do people think about these stickers? Like, and funny enough, people will comment like, yo, these stickers are sick, or like I've seen bad comments too, but like, I don't know, the really good ones like always really like shine through and like mean a lot to me. So yeah, that's kind of my highlight, man. Just being free, just being able to just like really express myself, which I think I've gotten a lot better at doing over the years that I've been here.
Are you like, what is your particular process? Like, you have free reign, which is a common
Mhm.
theme in the Vayner world, which
Yep.
is fantastic.
Yeah.
Are you a harsh critic? Do you like show it to like some of the boys or girls to get their initial feedback before you send it to the desk of Mr. Rips or wherever it's going?
Well, actually, Rips is
What is your-
me and Rips are very like me and Rips will actually like FaceTime and we'll
Oh
go
yeah.
over stuff. Like me and Rips are like that's my dude, man. So obviously we have like kind of like the analogy you said, like to the desk of like directors and whatever when I present or when I show it for approval. But you know, me and Rips sometimes we'll FaceTime and just brainstorm on stuff and just talk smack ideas. But like my creative process, the way that I start, it's funny because I've been doing this for so many years and I still get a little bit of anxiety when I get a ticket. Like if I get a ticket for the ornaments, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I literally don't know where this is gonna go. So I have to like really read into it. Like I'll scroll through like different sites just to get a little bit of inspiration, and I'll start taking screenshots. And I have artboards, man, on my computer of just so many screenshots of just different things, like different patterns, different colors that I really like. And then I'll start implementing those into like a square, or like I'll start throwing in our font and our logo, and then I start piecing things together. And then, dude, it's a multi-day process. Like these things don't come out in one day. It takes me days, even weeks to make things. So really it's like Monday, I spent the whole day just focusing on what color this thing is going to be. And then Tuesday, I spent the rest of the day designing like the pattern. Like, but by Friday, I got a whole package already done. And I'm like it's really a baby step by step process. And then it could be a little bit annoying because I'm a bit of like a perfectionist, and I'll have something done. But I have like a weird technique where I'll leave it on my monitor, like I'll leave it up on my computer, and I make my monitor never turn off. So I leave it on my monitor, and whatever, I'll go do my thing. I'll step out, do groceries, whatever. I'll come back. If I look at it and my initial reaction is like, oh, that's garbage, I'll restart. So I have like a bit of like but if I see it for the first time and I'm like, oh, that's pretty clean, then I'll build off of that canvas and I'll keep going. But yeah, once I have that flow kind of going, man, the rest is history. Then I'm just plugging in like super stickers, pins, whatever the next phase is. But
Right.
yeah, the free reign is definitely nice. It takes a little while to get started.
I love that. I think last time we talked, I think the hot button topic or product, I guess, that was a fan favorite and you were very proud of was the Halloween set, the Halloween pin box,
Yeah.
which was
Yeah.
really, really, really cool. One of the bigger popular products this year was that Road to VCon set. Now,
Yeah.
was that you as well?
I didn't. So funny enough, I had originally designed a Road to V concept that never came out. I had designed a Road to V concept, and Gary was like, "No," and then we ended up scrapping it. And it wasn't that the design was bad. He specifically wanted like an illustrated, drawn version of like the characters on like on a road, sort of like an actual road to VCon. The original box that I had made was very VCon branded, just basic VCon branded. So yeah, I completely just lost your question, but did you even ask me a question? Because I just went on a tangent and I lost myself.
I think I just said goodbye, and I think we're just gonna wrap this up.
Golly. No, you mentioned Halloween
No,
packaging.
the question was, were you behind? Did you design the Road to VCon? The
Oh,
one.
okay.
So
Then yeah, no.
we got a good little backstory here. So
Yeah.
so it went somewhere else.
Yeah,
And
it was very similar to the
on the
Halloween
team.
packaging though.
Yeah, the Halloween packaging is still my favorite. I love that.
The reason why that one is so like special to me, because like I look back at it now and like there are other things. It's a dope box, man. It's a really cool box.
I mean, we talked about this. We talked about this last time we recorded something, but like if it really is meaningful when someone keeps the packaging.
Oh yeah, it's a huge
right?
deal.
And that's a very common thing in our world, is for people to display the packaging. Like,
Yeah.
and we're not even talking about like S1 boxes here. We're talking about just your your everyday sets, but it high quality, like so well done. Love
Dude,
this thing.
packaging is so vital. I think I had just seen something recently where I think it was Minute Maid or some company had just rebranded and they lost a lot of sales due to the rebrand of the packaging. Packaging is so important. People don't even realize it. I obviously we're not in the brand of like refrigerators and juice, but like just like the simple idea of somebody buying something and not wanting to throw the box away when they're done with it and like wanting to open it carefully so they can like keep the newness of it. That's what really makes something special to me. And dude, you go to Target nowadays, you go to any of these stores, go down the shampoo aisle, I guarantee you your eye goes to the bottle that just is more well designed. It could be the worst product for you, but just your eye just immediately goes to that because it's just more pleasing to the eye. And that's marketing. So there's a
Yeah,
mix of that. Yeah, good.
and that's why people go. That's why like virtually every brand has gone to at some point in the last 2 years gone back to their retro
Yeah,
vintage
of
design.
course. And it's so
They're-
classy. It's so
Yep.
classy. I love retro style design. Shoot, I might even include that at some point because I love like just retro, like grainy, like just old style design, very like 80s, 90s. I mean, shoot, VCon 2, when we had branded VCon 2 was branded very similar to like 80s, like synthwave style. So, and I had a blast with designing for VCon 2. So, but you bring that up and that's how it goes, man. People really gravitate towards packaging. We have a lot of like reminiscing on old times when we're younger through like visuals, visual
Oh, yeah.
cues. So yeah, so it's funny because like that box, that the Halloween box, I look at that now compared to what I make now, and I don't even like visually. I wish I could make it a lot better. The reason why it's like so important to me is because like I didn't go to school for this. I was very self-taught. So this job forced me to learn things that I never knew. So the packaging for that box, that was the first like package that I made where I was sent the die lines and I was sent like I was given creative freedom, but I was told like, hey, this is what you have to build within. And when you design a package, it's flat. So a lot of the things are upside down. It's left like it's reversed. So you have to like turn things and it's weird to mess around with. But like that package taught me so much because I did not know how to make that before when it was sent to me. When they told me I had to make it, I like shit my pants because I did not know how to do it.
It's a lot different than a flyer, right? Than a poster.
It's so yeah, it's so much more complex because
Sure.
I'm looking at this template and it's flat and I'm like, this is supposed to be a box. Like, how the hell does this work? And then at the time, my director had told me like, oh, you have to flip it and do this, and everything that you design on this half is going to be upside down and then right side up on this. It's very confusing. But I was able to like I've never gone to a manufacturer and told them like, "Hey, I want this to be iridescent or I want this to be matte and whatever." So when I called those things out in the file and I saw it physical in hand, I was like, "Oh my god, that's the first thing I've ever made where people are like ripping this and enjoying it." So
Mm.
that's honestly why it's so special. But if I can go back now, I would change so much about that box. But I think that's kind of the beauty of it, man. You look back at like how you started versus now, and like these incremental little baby steps in the moment don't seem as like so big, but in the grand scheme of things you look back at it and you're like, holy crap, I came such a long way.
Yeah, that's cool to have those little benchmarks, like physical
Literally,
marks
yeah.
like of your work. Just want to take a quick beat. If you're watching on Twitter or YouTube or Twitch or wherever, please share the stream. Tell everyone Mikey's in here. You can have an opportunity to ask some questions in just a little bit. And I saw yours. But I wanted the hot one of the biggest things, if when we take a step back and look at VeeFriends this year, the big thing, one of the huge things that's going to jump out is the live commerce, the social shopping, right?
Yeah.
We started with Fanatics, and now it's Whatnot streams all the time.
Yeah, dude.
Um,
Huge.
you, I would just love. I don't know if I have like specific questions, but just as someone on the inside, and I know that's like you're probably not in on those like meetings per se, but you know, you're close enough, and you have popped in a little bit. Like from your vantage point, how important has that been from like at the maybe at the beginning of the year when it was Fanatics once a week or once every couple weeks versus now
Yeah.
when it's a huge part of what you guys are doing? I would love to hear your take on that and how you've
Yeah.
seen it progress throughout the year, last 12 months.
Yeah, dude. Obviously, when we started, the frequency was much lower. Like we were doing, like you said, once a week, maybe twice a week. And we were really just selling things that were already in the office, selling packs, like very like just things that were kind of already in the universe. The crazy thing is now is that we're starting to release things that are whatnot exclusives. Like you can only you cannot buy this on VeeFriends shop. You're buying this on whatnot exclusive, which is, to me, it's like Gary had said something the other day in one of his news interviews where he was talking about how this is going to be a threat to Amazon because,
Yep.
dude, literally any company can go live and sell a product. And imagine during a time during COVID when nobody wanted to go out, this could have you can easily sell through a phone. It's a virtual garage sale, which is it's a really a full circle moment for this whole like Vayner universe because he started with garage selling. Now we're doing this on our phones. And now VeeFriends is selling things that are exclusive to whatnot. Like it's such a crazy thing. And like even being there and seeing it like live, sitting in the chair and experiencing it myself, it's crazy, man. Like people are really, and I mean myself, I've become a fan of like people that rip packs. Like I was getting into Pokemon a little bit, and I was sending Rip some links just like as inspiration, like yo, check this out, and just seeing what people are doing, like. People are bringing in money, man. Like this is a huge source of revenue for some people, probably their biggest. So it's a crazy platform. I think people, if you haven't already seen Whatnot, it's going to be huge. I've been hearing about Whatnot for a couple of years now. And obviously now that we're so big on it, it's just going to continue, man. And I'm excited to see where it goes. I mean, I don't know where it can end up landing, but I know for the time being and where it's going, dude, people are gonna. I mean, I always look at like new apps and new platforms that come out. Someone's gonna be a millionaire off of this. Some random kid in LA is gonna be a millionaire off this app, and some people are just sitting at home like procrastinating, wanting to open the app and do it themselves, while some kid out there is becoming a millionaire on this app. Like the potential for business for some people is going to be huge. Like, I mean, it's I think it's the equivalent, or it is the equivalent to like TikTok Shop, which is, I mean, you see like the mass of that too.
Yep.
So yeah, dude.
It's been really fascinating to watch just the community mirror the brand.
Yeah.
You know, you can't open Whatnot. I can't open Whatnot anymore. Not click on VeeFriends and see someone, and not even you guys, and you guys are on all the time, but someone in the community,
Yeah.
doing their own Whatnot show. It's like
Yeah.
the only way people communicate now. I
Yeah.
can't tell you the last time there was a community like VeeFriends, like Twitter Space, and that used to be the only time people would communicate. So it's really interesting.
Yeah, it's
And
crazy,
I'm
dude.
sure, you know, Gary has all the signs pointing to that for 2025. So I don't think it's going to slow down.
Yeah.
Did you have your fingerprints on that set at all? Because it's cool to look back at like the OG Fanatics live set,
Mm-hmm.
like in their first few shows, and now what it's evolved to. Did you
Yeah.
help any of that stuff?
So I primarily do this stuff like for the screen, like behind the screen, like the screen
Okay.
that sits behind them. And now me and Andy are trying to implement like screens sifting out for like segments and stuff. So we're testing that out and like trying to see how that goes. I'm not an interior designer, so I didn't like design the set. But the set is evolving. To be honest with you, I'm not really sure if they're going to keep the set as it is, like how it was for Black Friday, or if it's going to go back to where it was. I'm not the right person to answer that one, but I mean, the set has evolved, man. And I think it's just going to continue to evolve. Like right now we're looking at like the very early stages of this, like, you know, low resolution camera.
Mm-hmm.
We're testing out different mats. I think right now our mat has a lot of text on it. We want to get a black mat so people can see the cards better, less contrast, or less busyness, I should say. So we're testing out things like that. And dude, right now we're recording things off of a phone. I'm sure there's going to be a point where we have a 4K camera pointing down at our cards, and we have a 4K camera playing off of our, our face cams. Like, it's going to level up, man. This is going to end up becoming like an auction, like very, very like high resolution, high quality stuff. But right now, like, we're experiencing the early days. Like, it's the OG period, I guess, right now. But it's like, even for an OG period, it's crushing. Like, it's doing huge. So I guess I don't know what's going to come next. I have no idea, dude. But I can only imagine it's going to get better.
Yeah. I mean, if Gary mentioned, it may have been the same interview when he was on CNBC, $40,000 in t-shirts in one show.
That's wild.
40
dude,
grand?
in t-shirts. And that probably wouldn't have happened if those t-shirts were just sitting on our website. So it's immediate. People are able to see us holding it. People are able to see, and it's kind of cool too, because people are buying into a mystery. Like, you're buying into oh, what is my pack gonna have? And 9 times out of 10, your pack might not have the greatest card in it for $25, but somebody pulled a 1/1 auto hippo the other night for $25. It's like, you just had a crazy come up, and then the content that rolls out alongside with it, it's a crazy domino effect. And I see nothing but like good things from Whatnot, man. How have you bought a lot on the Whatnot streams?
I for something special, like the shirts and stuff, and I'll get into mystery pack every now and then. We did some breaks every now and then. Like, some people get in really heavy. We're just not in that season of life where we like our budget, our VeeFriends budget is pretty conservative.
I feel you, man.
But it's fun, and it's like, the Gary effect has been real for decades.
Yeah.
Like, when Gary's selling something, like, it makes you move. Right? So it's fun. Like, it's an event. Like, people go, hundreds of people go and don't buy. That's where everyone is. Like, that's where the party is.
Yeah, you can just you don't have to buy anything. Like, it's completely free. Like, it's not forcing you to purchase anything. But like this guy in the comments sees, it's the gamble. Like, you see, I can't tell you how many times I've had my debit card pulled out about to buy Pokemon packs because I see somebody pull something. I'm like, damn, like, that could have been me if I had just bought that pack. And it's just that gamble. Like, you're always wanting to buy more.
Totally.
But Whatnot is fun, man. Being on the stream was fun. That really took me out. Like, that drained my energy that night. But it was a lot of fun. Just being in the environment is really cool, man.
100%. I know people were happy to see you under the lights. Seize the Game actually is the sister of Soggy Waffles.
Oh, heck yeah.
The 2024 VeeFriends TCG champion. Ann Bag asks, do you get to come up with the ideas for products too? Or just the design?
So yes and no. Whenever I get briefed on what's happening, like, normally Gary, Rips, like, all them, they'll kind of like brainstorm on what's going to happen or what they're wanting to release. Like, I'll even give you an example. We got briefed on the snowstorm packs a while ago, and whatever, they came up with the ideas for the super stickers. Originally the snowflake was not even going to be a sticker. That wasn't even an idea. I misread the brief. I misunderstood. It was supposed to be an actual snowflake sticker. So I created the snowflake super sticker that's out now, that just got pulled the other night. And when Rip saw it, he was like, yo, we're changing the whole thing. We're adding this in. This is fire. So if me and Rips are very close, so if I ever FaceTime him and I'm like, hey, I think this would be a great idea, like, if we did this, or if we added this to it, I definitely have like some freedom in that sense. I can't just go to like Rips and be like, hey, we should drop glitter pins, and just like out of nowhere, just like make up something, and then it's like, what? that's more like Rips' realm. That's head of collectibles land right there. But I have more of like the creative freedom to like just throw something out and see if it sticks, and if it does, we end up getting snow super stickers, man.
That's awesome. You're living in Atlanta still, right?
Yeah. I'm in Atlanta. I commute to New York probably like once every couple of months, maybe. It's not a far flight at all, but
Right.
yeah, I'm primarily in Atlanta.
So will you Corso? By the way, Corso is coming on the show next week.
My boy, that's my boy. I wish he was here right now.
Maybe he is. Sometimes he's lingering. Um, will you like when you go to New York? Will you, Ripsy, and him go out for a couple pops? Will you drag?
I slept on Corso's floor. So
Oh,
me and Corso are tight, man. That's me, Corso, and Rips are very, very close. We've always, I don't know what it is about our personalities. I don't know who the hell does the hiring here, but they pick like my best friends to work with me, and we don't even like we never even met each other. But when we meet, it's like we're best friends. So me, Corso, and Rips are very close. We won't like necessarily go out for drinks. Rips doesn't drink. But we will like hang out. We'll normally go back to the office and just kind of chill or something. Last time, the night of the stream, that's the last time that I was there. We were up there, we cracked into the wine cellar, got a bottle of wine. Me and Corso drank some wine. And we just started live streaming out of nowhere. So randomly we'll hang out, but dude, whenever I do go up to New York, we're so busy doing stuff that we can't really just be like, hey, let's go out, whatever. We're always just like always working, pretty much.
right. You guys work hard.
Appreciate it, man.
Was that the night that the idea for the Admiral News came about?
Dude, I don't know where the hell the Admiral News came from, honestly. I get on my Instagram one day and we're doing breaking news now, and it's like Corso's the face of it. He didn't even tell me that was happening. That killed me. I think it's a great idea, though.
In a year where they released their first VeeFriends cartoon, weekly cartoon on YouTube, I think the VeeFriends news with the Admiral is still the number one piece of content. That's
hilarious. I remember when he like first shaved his beard last year. It was like last Halloween. He like because he dressed up as the Admiral for Halloween for the Halloween parade last year. And the whole time he's like, "Do I actually look like him? Do I look like the Admiral?" I'm like, "Dude, yes." He's like, "Take a picture of me really quick. I want to put it side by side." Like he's such a clown, man. I love that kid, man. I don't know. I shouldn't even call him a kid. He's literally a dude, but he's such a dude. He's such a nice guy, man. He I mean, super random side note. My MetaMask got hacked probably like a month ago out of nowhere. I really don't carry NFTs like that. I only have one NFT that Gary sent to me for my birthday like 2 years ago. It's an iconic VeeFriends. And it got stolen, like it got transferred to a wallet and I didn't even know about it. So I texted Corso, my dude should know how to fix it. And he's like, dude, NFT's gone. I don't know what happened. And a couple hours later, he sends me a screenshot that he ended up buying it from the person that hacked me. And he bought back my NFT for me and he transferred it to me. I was like, dude, you did not have to do that. And he was like, no, I can't have you losing your NFT, man. So he's genuinely like good-hearted. Like I'm really excited to hear y'all's session next week because he's just like he's a good human, dude.
He's the best. He's the best.
He really is.
We had Chelsea and I had some drama that got publicized a few months ago or last month or whatever.
Oh shoot.
And within we're like, that doesn't happen with us often. And like within 5 minutes, like he called me just to like see if I was okay. And I'm like, what a good guy.
Dude, we text each other probably every day, if not every other day. Like, hey, have a great day. Like just 8 a.m. He'd be like, have a great Monday. And then I'll text him Wednesday, have a great Wednesday, man. And it's just very like just a small check-in. Literally doesn't hold, like it doesn't take any time. It's just seeing that he like cares enough to reach out to me and just like check in and see how I'm doing. It means a lot. Are the packs sealed? What is he talking about?
He's being an idiot.
Oh, Corso's on every VeeFriends team. Will you join my design team? Dude, at this point, Corso's doing vending, shoot, comics. He's doing a lot, man.
Are
But
you? What's the status with you? Got a promotion? Do you have a little team brewing under you?
so right now we've got 2 designers under me, and then like a director, who like kind of like looks at my stuff and whatever. But yeah, we're brewing, man. We're trying to get. I think we're looking for a designer here soon at some point, to work with me, just to help me out because it can get a little chaotic, man. We got some tight timelines, and I can only do stuff. We can only do stuff so fast. So yeah, I think we got a little team brewing for sure.
I love that. We talked a little bit about this on the episode. A lot of people are newer. They might not be as educated into the ecosystem and know about shows like Daily V. But you have an
Oh
unbelievable
my gosh, this
story and
moment.
appearance.
Yeah,
An episode 606 of I'm gonna cue this up, and then you're a big basketball guy. We'll go over the film together.
yeah, please, because this needs to happen.
So I know we devoted a lot of time to it last time, but it's such a fantastic story, and I love to hear you talk about it. So
Yeah.
it's VCon 2022, and they're doing a morning basketball, which happens in Gary's world often, but this was in Minnesota, so you guys are at the practice facility of the Timberwolves, and you guys are having a game. You had just joined the team, correct?
Yeah, like within a couple of months. Yeah,
And Gary didn't know who you were yet. Like you didn't like
not
chop
yet.
it up with him.
My first time meeting him.
That's should I say anything else yet? I mean, you know what's on the
No, you can say whatever you want.
Okay. So here we are. I had the tab. Where are we here?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want, man. No filter with me. I really don't mind.
So, oh shit! Now I have to say more because I think I exited out.
Oh snap! You said it was 606, episode 606, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna find it again. Oh no, here it is. Here it is. So,
I want people to ask questions too.
Yeah, guys,
I'll answer like
throw
I love
questions in.
it doesn't even have to be like design related. It can be anything.
Yeah, you're fresh off an AMA. You know you made it in the VeeFriends team if you're doing your own AMA.
Yeah, dude. I
asked you a personal tough question.
That was a good question. I gave you a great answer too. I gave you a real answer.
Phenomenal answer. And I would love to put this to the chat too. If you're in a public restroom, someone knocks on the door, everyone has like their go-to line, unless you have a circulation of 2 to 4 things you say. But what do you guys say?
Yeah.
Someone knocks on the door, you're in the stall, what do you say?
If I'm sitting there and I hear someone come in the bathroom, I just hit them with a little or like I'll sniffle or something, just to let them know, hey, someone's here.
Someone's in here.
So if you're like still gonna come up to the door and knock, I'll hit them with like a yo. Hit them with like a yo. And that's it. Oh man, I haven't seen this in a minute.
All right.
Yeah, that's right. Who knocks on stalls, man? Like, can you not look under? Like, I don't know. Some people blow my mind. Like, those people will even knock on stalls, or like specifically, I don't know how women do it, but like men, aggressive men, like they'll grab the handle and like shake the hell out of it. Like, meanwhile, like my feet are literally showing. I don't know. It's so crazy.
Occupied, shitter's full. So, and you gotta listen. If you don't listen to the full episode, you gotta find this part, because everything that Mikey talks about is so true, and it's so funny to hear his version and then watch this because he literally breaks it all down. So Gary's apparently playing a little rough. You see him showboating a little, playing rough, gets pissed at the loss, and Mikey hits a big shot, a big 3, and Gary fires him, like says, I want this kid fired, when they've never met.
First of all, I think it's crazy how
that's all I'm gonna say. I'll let you fill in any other context.
No, it's crazy before we even begin how on the bottom of the play, this segment is called "You're Too Weak." Like they have this segmented on the video as "You're Too Weak." This is the chapter of this video. You're too weak. All right, let's begin.
All right, let's play it.
I think it might be a little bit behind. Yeah, much behind this. Probably at the very beginning of this little like chapter here.
There's rips behind the back pass.
Yeah, you probably have to rewind. The game ended right here. Yeah, rewind all the way to the beginning. Yeah. Much further.
Oh,
back.
yeah, it played. Oh, you're right.
Back more. Here. All right.
There's
I'm in the orange. I'm in the black shirt, orange shoes.
There you
right
are.
there. Yeah, look at that. He just hit me.
Sam Heisel.
I did foul him. Pause it.
He has no idea who you are.
Mind you, he hasn't even said hi to me yet. We haven't even said hi to each other yet. This is my introduction to my boss. And like, he got the rebound, and I swear that I blocked him. Everything is going so fast. Mind you, I had just taken an elbow to the chest because he'll push you out of the way. This man fouls like hell. So I thought I blocked him, but I'm watching the film back, and I think I definitely fouled him. But for me, I haven't even had an interaction with this man. And this is what happens. This whole thing is hilarious. Go ahead, keep going.
Rip.
That's a good little move. That's a good little move.
Little finger roll.
Look, right here. Big shot. Put us up. Look at that.
Bump.
Look at me hustling. Good screen. To my voice and on for the win. Boom.
Game's over. Gary's pissed.
Look at this.
Fix the ball. Great D-Rock editing there.
Look at him. Look at this man. I love it though.
Right there. Who's the dude in the black shirt? That's you.
Yeah, he didn't know me yet. Yeah.
Fucking hate him. I don't like his attitude.
I don't even think I was being like rude or anything. I think I was actually trying to be very respectful because I just met him. But I was like, I'm very competitive. And I had been missing my first couple of shots. So I was pretty upset like at myself. I wasn't like being rude to anyone around me. And then the game was so damn tight. Like I was just getting like stressed. So the part that he's like, I don't like his attitude. I don't even know what I did, but go ahead.
I think it's just because you hit that shot.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Because I swear, like, he flexes on me, calls me weak, and then he's like, I don't like him.
And then you're the first firing ever.
And that was it, man. That was it. And obviously, I didn't get fired. Thank the Lord, because I wouldn't be here today.
Amazing.
But that clip, man, that's crazy. That was VCon 1, man. To see the rapid growth of VCon, just choked on a chip. Get water, my friend. I don't want some crazy news going on here on this podcast.
Did you notice a difference? What was your community like? You worked the merch table.
Yeah.
In the shadows, VCon 1. What was the difference in like your take on the community, your interacting with the community in LA this past year?
Oh, this past year?
Yeah.
This past year was cool. I was very much like downstairs working because I was actually doing the ornaments. So I was very busy a majority of VCon. But when I got upstairs, it was hot as hell. It was cool to see people. It was nice because like I actually really enjoy when people like confront me and talk to me. And just show love. Like it was really cool. That I think this was the first year that actually really happened. And it happened a handful of times, which was great because I met a lot of cool people that I didn't know before. So that was a big difference from the first one to the third one. But just like we've only done 3 of these things, and like the subtle learnings from each one, like taking people's feedback and implementing it immediately the next year, and then taking that next feedback and then doing it again the next year, which ended up leading to the product of VCon 3, which was, I think it was the most well-designed VCon we ever had. Like it was gorgeous. It was very easy to navigate for someone who's never been to VCon before. It was on one strip, very easy to navigate. But the community was great, man. I loved the little live stream tent we had.
Yeah.
It's just cool, dude. I can't wait till the next one.
Now, have you started working on anything for VCon 2026?
Come on, dude. No. I haven't even seen the word VCon in a couple of months.
I'm just trying to catch you.
Trying to get me, but
I'm just messing with you.
I'm already PR trained, man. So no alpha.
Yeah,
If
no,
y'all wait
that
for
I'm
alpha,
I'm
go ahead
just
and
messing
get out
with
of
you.
here.
That's not how I roll. Do you have any? Soggy says, and guys, couple more minutes with Mikey. Throw in your questions if you have them. It doesn't have to be VeeFriends or design related. Do you have some prototypes or first editions that never made the cut that you've held on to?
Dude, I wish. Freaking Rip sends me pictures of everything. I haven't gotten nothing. But I live through Rips's like text message thread and I see what he sends me. But yeah, sure. There are a lot of samples that I'm sure are up in New York or something that never came out. Something that came in, color was off, whatever. I didn't like how something looked. Yeah, it happens. It's part of the sampling process. I think starting now with this new like promotion, I'll start getting samples at some point, just so I can like physically see what I'm doing and be able to like better critique it. But dude, I'll tell you what. The other day, actually, I got a sample from one of our manufacturers, which was freaking sick. First time I've ever seen this happen. I got a 3D rendering of something that I made, and it was the coolest thing. Like I was able to look at it on my computer and just like spin it around, see under it, see the logos, like see all the different cool things, but like not have to have it physically in my hand. That was pretty cool. But I think at some point I'll start getting some samples, but I do not have any prototypes here. I wish I did because I would show you, but I don't. Did you design the Jolly Jacko? Anthony, it's a cool dude.
Did you design the Jolly Jacko mascot outfit? Which character is your favorite?
Oof.
A twofer.
I did not design the Jolly Jacko mascot outfit. My favorite character is Adaptable Alien or YOLO Yak. Those are my two. I got a YOLO Yak Series 1 card right here that I'm staring at. And I need some Adaptable Alien stuff. I got super stickers and whatever, but I want more. I love the Adaptable Alien. I would love to hear your favorite character. What's yours?
Mine? I'm a revolving door, depending on I have like, if I have to answer one, I'll go Gary B.
Okay.
But I'm a big on pea salad. I like bold as fuck bat, Harpic.
I hate the bold as fuck bat.
You do? Why?
Yeah, just from a design perspective, I don't like working with the moon. I think it's like really annoying, like having to include a character with the moon. I mean, no shots at the character, but I just don't love bold bat. Do you have any like emotional attachment to a character, like for any reason? Because like I love Adaptable Alien for a reason. Like, do you have a reason behind why you like Gary V or whatever?
Gary, I have more of an emotional attachment to pea salad because we have a family of 5 and there's 5 peas.
Oh, cool. That was like the original character. May loves that character. That was like the meme character on VeeFriends for a long time. Like we always plug pea salad.
Well, the one question I want to ask Gary or Andy next time I talk to him, Rips didn't know this, and Rips knows a lot, is why the Series 1 pea salad had 6 peas, and then they went down to 5 for Series 2.
I have no idea.
And no one knows why.
I have no idea. I came in right when Series 2 was getting done. Like I completely, somebody must have ate one. I don't know what happened. Because I right now in my head, I can't even imagine. I see Series 2 everything. So Series 1.
Right.
I forget what some of these Series 1 characters look like. And then I have to like use them and I'm like, golly, these characters are crazy drawings, man.
Gary ate one of the peas, or Gary fired one after it made a 3-pointer.
This firing. Dude, that instance. I can't believe that was almost 3 years ago. And it feels like so long ago. I don't know. I can't explain it. Time is flying, dude.
It is. All right. While you're here, in a few minutes, something that we do on the VeeFam network, where the tagline here is where education meets entertainment.
Yeah.
We have something called VeeFam After Dark, where people, have a cocktail, and we often play some games or the voting game. And do you know the voting game?
I don't, but I'm down for anything, dude.
So some of the questions the
Oh,
way it
hell yeah.
works is you get a card and you have to decide who most fits the bill of that card, who's the best answer, who's out of who's ever playing. For this one, I'm going to go gentle. I'm not going to do anything explicit or something that's going to put you on the hot seat.
Okay.
So I have a very, very PG card here, but I want
Okay.
you to think about the VeeFriends team and who best suits this. And
Okay.
it's so like I'm not going to ask you who drinks whiskey in their
Are
coffee
we
at work.
only doing one? Are we doing like multiple
Yeah,
cards?
well, I'm just going to give you one for now.
Okay.
So I'm not going to ask you like who drinks whiskey in their coffee at work, who has most recently said a nude. I won't ask you that. I'm going to
I
ask
can't
you
even answer those questions. I have no
who
idea.
gives the best life advice.
Ooh.
Who on the team gives you the best life advice?
On the VeeFriends team, I don't know. Tyler Schmidt has always even though he's not like as much in my life as he once was, I think whenever I do see him, it's always like it's very much like reminding me like how like where I came from and what it took to get to where I am and whatever. Like he's very, very I don't know, very like a good friend. I don't know. I can't really describe it. On the VeeFriends team, I don't know, man. I'm very, very close like with Corso and Rips. I think me and Corso have gotten really deep on like an emotional level. And we'll get like deep onto like I don't know, like relationships and like life and stuff like that, like work, just things that we go through. I don't really get life advice from anyone from work. Maybe I'm wrong. I can't think of one right now, but I think me and Corso have gotten like really emotional deeply. So that'd probably be my answer. Um,
I love that.
Rips gave me some life advice recently, randomly. But yeah, it wasn't anything crazy.
Rips is an old soul, an old wise soul.
He is, dude. I mean, so am I. I'm 26, but I swear to God, like I think I'm like 40 sometimes. Like I don't know. I'm very like old fashioned. I'm always thinking like 20 years ahead. Like I'm like, screw my 20s. Like I'm just locking in right now. I'm more focused on what's gonna happen when I'm 45. I'm such I'm such an old soul, man. It's
Well,
it's
I'm
weird.
looking at these plants behind you, and they're phenomenal. And I'm like, I
Thank
don't
you.
know any dudes in their mid-20s with plants that look that great. And I'm not even a big
Dude,
plant guy. I just know a nice, healthy plant when I see it.
thank you. I actually just trimmed them earlier. But dude, like, I don't know, man. We like I'm about to get deep here. Recently I've been just like I don't know if existential is the correct word. I've just been very, very big on like we really are on Earth. I just the thought of that like really, really fascinates me. So I've been for the last like probably like 6 months or so, I've been getting into a lot of plants. So these are just two of them. Way off. These are just two of them. But I've got several, like all over my apartment. I bought one today. I'm always like just really getting into plants. Trying to like touch dirt, like be more connected with the earth.
I love that. It's amazing.
Yeah, I've been like just on this like weird kick where I'm like, holy crap, like we really are in space. Like we're in space, we're on a planet.
Yeah.
We have one life. Like I guess it fuels me in a way, but it has to do with why I have plants. Like I want part of the earth in my apartment. So yeah, kind of a weird answer, but yeah.
No, it's your truth, and I love that. We have a lot of that in our household as well.
A lot of plants.
Well, we've killed a lot of them. I don't have any responsibility over the plants.
They're hard, man. They're hard to take care of. I'm nursing one right now because one of them died on me. The lady at this store told me to put the wrong soil and dried out my plant. So I'm nursing him to a new life as we speak. I just re-soiled him earlier in between work and doing this. But yeah, dude, I've just been like really into it. It's a little hobby of mine right now besides designing and stuff.
That's cool, man. That's really cool. You're in Atlanta, about 6-ish hours away from the city of Charleston, South Carolina, which is
Yep.
becoming the new hub for a lot of VeeFriends. If there's a Charleston VeeFriends IRL event, are you going to take the ride?
Yeah, of course. You said it's
Yeah.
about how many hours? 6 hours?
Yeah, it's like 6-hour drive.
Oh, heck yeah. I was actually just
25-minute
in.
flight.
I was just in. I don't know what part of South Carolina I was in, but I was there this past weekend. I drove up to see some family, but yeah, I would totally do it, dude. Our tech team is in South Carolina, I believe.
Yeah.
I know one of our coworkers just moved down to South Carolina, so it's becoming a little hub, man.
That's what I'm saying.
I wish it would come to Atlanta, but
2025.
who knows? I might have to go to New York. I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to make more of an effort to go up to New York. I really want to go up there like as often. I really want to stream. Like that's really an ambition of mine. I really, really want to stream. I love being in front of it sounds so weird. I feel like people always give a different answer, but I personally love being around like a camera. I love being like in like film, I guess, or like live streaming. And I don't know. I love everyone that we work with. So it's just fun. So I want to go up there and live stream more. So maybe one day you guys will see me on some more live streams. I have no idea, but I'd like to be.
I'm sure we'd love to have you. And I loved having you tonight. I really appreciate you coming on and doing
Of course,
this.
dude.
This is the first VeeFam minisode, VeeFam session minisode. I don't know if I'm gonna stick with that name, but really so humbled to have you on.
Dude, I appreciate it, man.
I love the Mikey arc. Quiet, and now you're out and about. Want to get in front of the camera more.
Yeah, I not even just the camera. I'm just trying to be more involved. I'm trying to be like, dude, honestly, the fact that I can't share anything, it sucks. Like obviously I do understand like having to keep things in secret and like for a surprise, but like I would love to like show you guys like, hey, this is what I'm working on. It would ruin the surprise, but I want people early on I really, really wanted to like show people what I was working on and be like, hey, do you like this? And then or like what would you change about this? I probably would never do that, but sort of how my mind works. But yeah, I'm trying to get out there more, man. Just trying to be a little more involved in the community, be more in touch with people. I want people to get to know me more. I don't want people just to think that I'm just a designer. Like I've got a whole like humorous side to me. I've got a whole different side of my life that I don't show. So I'm trying to be a little better about that, but we're getting there.
I love it. Well, I just pinned it up. Thank you, Vanilla. At Mikey Caloca on X. Hit him up. So, as you can tell, such a kind, nice, down-to-earth dude.
Thank you, dude.
We'll definitely see you soon.
Thank you, man.
Are you on the market or are you in a relationship? Because I'm making my rounds for the dating game.
I'm in a relationship, man.
Okay.
I am taken. I'm happily taken.
All right.
But thank you. So you're doing a little dating show, huh?
That's that. Yeah. We the event that kicked off this whole network was a dating game.
Really?
Yeah, like 3 contestants and one, 3 women and then one guy that's asking the questions behind the virtual curtain. And then they picked, they would listen in and pick the contestant that answered the questions the best. So we did 3 rounds of that. It was a huge hit. One of my favorite streams of all time.
What happened to it?
Well, there's not. There's a very minimal amount of single people that will keep on showing up to do the same
Well,
dating show. So I am digging in. I'm doing some groundwork to make sure I have a nice field for the next one. So
yeah.
I'm hoping to do it in the next couple months. Hopefully around
I guess that's a good thing. I mean, people not being
Valentine's
single.
Day.
The dating world is tough, man. The dating world is very, very tough.
Oh, I
You
can
got
never
dating
do.
apps nowadays. Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
I
I
can
can't.
never.
I got very lucky. Um, that I mean, just like my age bracket, they're cooked, man. Like the dating scene is just it's toxic. I don't know. These dating apps, this instant gratification. I don't know. It works for people. Um, I was raised in a different traditional sense. So
Hmm.
like these I believe in like meeting someone traditional, like, hey, let me meet you at the grocery store, let me meet you out, whatever. Like meeting someone over an app has just always been so crazy to me, but it's a concept that works.
Yeah,
So
I
I don't
mean,
know.
it's like the only way, not the only way, but it's like, I don't know. I'm not even going to throw a percentage out there, but I saw something where it's like virtually almost everybody.
Well, yeah. I mean,
My,
people are so judgmental. I think that's the only thing that I don't like about it is like you're judging someone like based on images of them. I know there's like a bio of the person if you decide to scroll that far, but most people just look at the first picture and they're like, oh no, and they keep going. It's like, dude, you don't even know like this person. Like, I don't know. It's just like a to me, I look at it as like a very like judgmental system, but I don't know. What do you think is so bad about the dating scene these days?
I don't know. I'm not in it, so I don't know if it'd be bad. I just don't. It's like there's so much on socials, and there's so much that you could like
Yeah.
judge. I mean, I guess you could do a lot of weeding out, but like there's a lot of I don't know. And
Yeah, it's tough, man.
I was talking to these girls, and they were talking about this group in Charleston, and it's got like 40,000 people in it. And the group is, are we dating the same guy? And
What?
essentially what it is, like if I'm like, let's say we were going to meet on a date, like we met
Yeah.
on a dating app and we're going to meet. I'd be like,
Yeah.
go to this group and I'd be like, I'd put a picture of you. I'd be like, hey,
Oh, I
I'm
think I've
meeting
heard
this
about this.
guy. His name's Mikey. Does anyone know him?
And
And
then
then
like
people
they'll
be like, "Oh
comment and be
yeah, like
like,
I met
yeah.
Mike. He's a great guy." Or it could be like, "Yeah, like everything was good. We dated for a couple months. Everything was good until like date number 7 when he did this or said this." And then someone else is like, "Yeah, that happened to me too. Yeah, don't, he stole money from me." And it's like, whoa.
That system, like to me, I guess when you look at it on paper, like, yeah, you're just getting like reviews of the person, but everyone like acts different with everyone else. Like my relationship with X person would be different with Y person. Doesn't mean you can judge me off of my time with X person.
Hmm.
That makes sense. I would change based on who I'm with. Like you adapt. Um, so I have heard about that. That's a kind of a crazy dude. People are coming out with things that I didn't even think would exist.
I
Like
know.
it's
Well, to go back to bring this full circle to
yeah,
the dating game, my
yeah,
thesis is that if I was single and looking, I like we have a whole group of people right here where you could weed out, like if you're into this community, if you're into Gary or VeeFriends, like you think a certain way, right? Like you're
yeah,
probably ambitious, you're probably entrepreneurial,
yeah,
you're probably a good person or at least want to be better,
yeah,
and like look up to these like positive traits or characters with positive traits.
yeah,
And like that's a good place to start, and like that's weeding out a lot of things that you probably wouldn't want to be dating. So I'm like, that
yeah,
what a great crop to choose from. That's where
yeah.
I was coming from.
I mean, I think it honestly, and what Michelle said is also very true. Like there are
Yeah,
some pretty crazy men out there, so it is definitely helpful.
totally.
I mean, there's pros and cons to everything, man. But man, I don't even know where I was gonna go with this. The dating scene is just what did you just bring up a second ago?
I was talking about if I was
Oh.
single, I'd probably start looking the VeeFam first.
Well, yeah, and that goes with like any community, like depending on what you follow on social. I mean, obviously our community is like the best community, but with any other community out there, you can with who you follow is probably the people that are surrounding. So if you follow like some crazy influencer, like people around them are probably going to be the same way. So it's I have seen like relationships built through this like Vayner world, like this VeeFriends world. I think somebody got married. I think somebody didn't somebody get married or engaged?
At VCon 1,
It's wild.
they actually came on a show where I was
Oh, really?
I was
You
I was
just
on
get
a love
everybody.
I was on a love theme for a little bit. It's just like a newlywed
That's
thing.
fine. That's fine, man. World needs more of it.
Yeah. I'm not afraid to play with ideas.
Dude, whatever, dude, honestly, whatever sticks, man. Especially right now, you're like in a bit of like a volatile place, just trying to like get back on the horse. Dude, whatever makes you laugh, whatever makes you smile, just do it.
No, but dating game, like if I could just podcast and host a dating game,
That'd be fun.
that's all I did.
It'd be
Like,
hilarious.
super happy.
It'd be, dude, that answers your question. What are we doing? Forget this VeeFriends podcast. We're done. I'm from the first and last guest. We're changing this from VeeFam Sessions to whatever the heck, Mr. Meso Dating Show.
Maybe
That makes you happy, man. I think it's honestly become really popular. I don't know if you've been seeing this, but there's these clips where they'll line up like 9-10 women, and then they'll bring in a guy, and the girls will have a balloon they'll pop. Have you seen that?
No.
Yeah, they'll bring in a guy, and the guy won't even speak yet. He hasn't even said hi. But these girls, they're holding a balloon, and if they're not interested, they'll pop the balloon, and that's it. They're done. Yeah, see with the balloons, yeah. So there's some clips of like guys that come in, haven't even said a word, and all these balloons just pop, 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 they all pop. And the guy's like, "What the hell? Like, well, what happened?" It's this mindset nowadays. It like you don't even give somebody a chance.
Wow.
Yeah, but those clips are pretty funny. I mean, they get pretty wild because some of the girls say some pretty weird stuff, and then the guy will say something weird back, or the guy will have like a certain way of speaking and the girl won't like it, and then they'll get upset with each other. Like it's a pretty like funny. Yeah, they do ask when they pop. Like they'll go to each girl and they'll be like, "Oh, why did you pop your balloon?" And she'll be like, "Oh, I just didn't like his teeth." It's like, wow.
So
like,
just
really?
very surface level.
Very surface level. Some girls will be like, "Oh, I didn't like the fact that you had like face tattoos." Like that's fair. I guess if you're not into tattoos, that's totally fair. But like some girl was like, "I just don't like your teeth." It's like, damn, this man can get braces. Like, yeah, we can. What about his teeth is crazy. But it's a very like crazy. But I was saying that because nowadays dating shows are becoming so big. Like they're becoming a thing.
Man, I didn't
Wait,
I didn't know
what did
end up
Vanilla
there.
Mark just do? Dude, I'm down to talk about anything, man. Recently I've been on this like Earth space kick. But I can rant about anything. Yeah, man.
Vanilla gave out a community sub gift and subscribed to the VeeFam Network. Thank you,
Wow.
Vanilla. Let's go.
Nice, man.
Thanks for the subs.
Vanilla.
I'm terrible at checking Twitch. Thank you.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, maybe we need to do like a love segment every now and then.
Let's do it. I would love to see like I would love to get some like funny clips, man. Just like really see some people like just not bash each other, but I really want to see like firsthand a girl just straight out judge a guy, like for no reason, just like judge him. Like I want to hear people. I really just want to see this. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like yeah, like reality TV recently. I'm not even into reality TV like that, but nowadays it's becoming so huge that I'm like forced to see it. And dude, it's funny. Have you seen oh my god, what's the show that just happened like recently? Oh my god.
A lot of people talk about Love is Blind.
That's the one. Is that it? Where you're talking behind a wall.
I never even seen it. I just know it's
dude,
top.
it is. But like the concept, it doesn't work. Like you're going in, you got a guy and a girl in two separate rooms, and they have a month or like 2 weeks to get to know each other by voice. They can't see each other. They have to get to know each other by voice. And they have
Wow.
2 weeks to propose and get married. Because the show will pay for your wedding and your honeymoon and all that if you abide by the experiment. But like, dude, to get married in 2 weeks? I don't know how you feel about that, but that's a big jump.
Huge. I mean, but some cultures that, yeah, like arranged marriages, like that's a thing in some cultures. So like
Yeah,
stuff like that exists. It's just foreign to us.
it is. But the
I,
show, it's hilarious though, because when these people when these people like they'll get engaged, and then like they'll dress up, they'll get all like nice, whatever, and then they'll go into this hallway where they drop the walls and they see each other for the first time. And yo, there are some funny reactions, man. Some people are like, "Oh shoot, this this is what I accepted to get married to," and then it's just the cameras zoom in. It's all awkward. Yeah, 10 days in the pods, 2 weeks with each other in person. It's within a month you're getting married. Like it's such a fast. You're meeting parents. It's such a fast process. But the show is so funny, dude.
I went on this thing called Birthright. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's a
What's birthright?
Birthright is so my mother was born Jewish.
Mhm.
So technically, like if you are born to a Jewish mother, like you're technically Jewish too, even though I didn't. I grew up Christian. So if once you're 21 or maybe 18 and over, or 18 to 30, they have this thing where these rich people in Israel fund this thing called Birthright, where if you are Jewish living in America, you can go on an all expenses trip to Israel. And
Oh
what they
snap!
do, the whole idea is to have people come back to Israel to live there. So what they do
Oh,
is you're talking 20 to or 18 to 25-year-olds, right?
hmm
And they kind of group you even closer to that. So like I went when I was like 2021, so everyone was 2021. So you get 40 people, and they do it 20 guys, 20 girls. You're on you travel the whole country, 10 days. You're fed, you're put up, and we just go through the country on a bus and like we have all of these like spiritual experiences, but then it's like party time at night, and it's like
What?
it it is like a lot of that stuff happened. Like they want and if you find your person and want to get married, they'll
Yeah.
pay for it if you come back to Israel. So it's very like strategically done
Yeah,
to
it's
like
like trying to get you
entice
back.
you to fall in, to have feelings on the trip. And
Is
you can imagine young 20s in seeing some beautiful sights and partying,
yeah.
not
Yeah.
having to drive anywhere or pay for anything, like
Is
stuff like that.
Israel, I don't know a lot about geography. Is living in Israel like, is it a downgrade, so to speak, from America?
Uh, they're in many parts, yes.
Okay.
But it's just very like the Middle East is very unsettling. We had armed guards with us the whole time just because of all
Okay.
the turmoil
Oh my
there.
gosh.
And like Syria, like we overlook the Syrian border, and like there's like they had their AKs ready to go, and like it's been a war zone. So like I wouldn't recommend moving there.
Yeah.
But like a lot of people do live there, and it's beautiful.
So
And
how did you and I mean I know I'm sure you're trying to boot me out of here, but how did you and your wife meet?
uh it's full circle on an app.
Oh,
The
are you
first one
serious?
it's
I just dogged this app, and you're sitting here just
no
smiling the
no
whole
well
time.
no this is very different era. This is 2011, when it was
Okay.
like not totally uh not totally like out there, but like most people weren't doing it then. I was just in a place. I was in grad school and working all day, so I was like, I can't meet any girls, like except for a bar, which is like, you know, I've been there, done that, and I felt like I wasn't going to meet my wife at a bar. So a guy, he's like, just get on this app. So I did, and talked to some girls, but like I didn't really meet anyone. And my wife Chelsea was the first person I ever met like in person, and it just worked out.
Is it not weird? Like, was it weird for you guys going from like immediate match to like meeting in person? Like, because when you meet in person, it's like you have the pressure of like, we are here to date.
Yeah, it was just like we kind of just hit it off, and we had a nice. So here's what happened. There was pressure, and I didn't know. I had a lot of like weird feelings about it. So now I remember what happened. I met for a coffee dates, and I told I was in grad school, and I had class at like 5 o'clock. So I was like, let's meet at 3:30. I'm going to meet her for coffee at 3:30. So
Tight
and
window.
I had an out. Like if it was terrible, I had an out.
It's crazy, but I respect it.
So did that. We talked a date, and then we planned a date. I think this was a Tuesday. Planned something for Friday, and then we were talking on the phone. We didn't want to wait till Friday, so we went out Thursday night. And that was like, that's when we like drank and all that good stuff. Yeah. And then Friday.
Did you end up going to your 5 p.m. class?
I did.
Okay, responsible student, guys. Responsible student.
I didn't become a responsible student until grad school.
What did you go to school for?
I did my undergrad in marketing and communications, and I worked in the city. I thought I wanted to be like a publicist, and I had like movie internships. I worked like, remember the Twilight movies? Yeah. Like I worked on those. Then I hated it. This is like so superficial. Yeah, I didn't like it at all. So then I started subbing, and I went back to school. I liked that. So I went back to grad school to get my master's in education. And I just left that career.
You just left teaching?
Yeah.
So what are you officially doing now?
I'm an aspiring dating game host.
Hell yeah. I love that. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Dude, take the VeeFriends trading card game logo off this thing. I will do your branding for free. I will brand your show for free.
This is Ron's background.
Dude, I hope you do something with dating, man. It seems like it's a passion for you. So
it's such a big industry.
It is. You'll get some good laughs, man.
I'm doing so many things, Mikey. Like I could talk forever about like all the things I'm doing or trying. 10 watching the Twitch and Barkney. I love it. The Barkney stream is happening. They're doing a Discord watch party.
Oh shoot. All right. So how many are in the Discord watch party?
I guess 10.
Okay. Big crowd. Mikey designed holiday yard sign. What holiday yard sign?
My wife. Do you know Chelsea? Did you meet her?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you met Chelsea. We for the season we started a holiday. I was like, because there's yard signs all around, but everyone decorates their yard for Christmas, Halloween, but Christmas even more so. Yeah. And I was like, why aren't there holiday yard signs? So we made a little company. We just like jump started it, like putting like someone on the nice list lives here, like stuff like that for
cool
parents to buy for their kids. So
cool.
Yeah, we just literally started it. We'll see if we make any profit this year, but like I have so many things now that I'm like learning and I'm out there in the field and doing it, like so many things to improve next year.
I love it, dude. I don't know. You have to, even till this day, I still want to try things. Like even though I'm in a career, I still want to try things. I really want to expand my design tools, I guess, so to speak. I would love to get into like motion design. Like I just want to be like a Swiss Army knife. Like whatever you need, like I can make it. So like 3D design, motion design. Like, it's funny. The second I got promoted, the first thing I said was, "What's next? Like, what can I do next? What can I learn next?" So I don't know. I'm in the same boat as you, man. I'm just trying stuff. I love finances. Like, that's a whole other world of mine that I
Oh,
love.
really?
I love finances. Yeah. I
What
really
about
want to
it?
get into just everything about it. I mean, this is kind of where my old soul part comes in. Is I love to financially coach people. Right now, it's a lot of people that are like very close to me or like friends or whatever. But I think people are just really scared about money, and it's not that scary if you just get a grasp of it in a couple of
Yeah.
hours. It's very easy. I can
Are you
understand how it can be a little bit scary, but yeah.
are you like do you have like a Dave Ramsey perspective? Like,
Eh, kinda. I like Dave Ramsey. There are a couple things that I don't agree with. I don't like how he like makes it seem how you just can't enjoy your life at all until your debt is paid off. Um, I
yeah,
do like his methods of like snowball versus avalanche. Like, don't BS, pay off your debt, stop buying things you can't afford. Like, all that I agree with. Um, I just like I really really hone in on the part of like when you get paid, what you do with your money is
mhm,
extremely crucial. Because not all that money is yours. A lot of that money you have to save, you have to invest. Like, you have to take
right.
a chunk of what you make and like really set yourself up for your future. So yeah, man, that's like a whole other side of me that I'm trying to tap into. I'm obviously super busy with work, so I can't like let it interfere with my main job. But during the weekends, I've been branding a little bit, financially coaching, trying to
Oh,
get myself
really?
out there a little bit. Yeah, just trying to
That's
pick
awesome.
up clients on it. Yeah, just something that I'm really passionate about. I don't want to like consider myself like boxed in to like only design. I don't see myself leaving design, but I just love talking about like money and like trying to convince people that it's not that scary. It's very easy.
You know what a cool content idea would
Talk
be?
to
Is
me.
it if you were designing something and you talk about like a financial concept over you designing something cool,
Yeah,
and then at the end of the video, like you just pan out and it's like this cool thing that you made with
that
like
would be sweet.
whatever the lesson was.
The only idea that I've had so far, I haven't had like too much time to think about it. I really just financially coach like people that are close to me right now. I'm not like making money on it. Um, but the idea that I did have is like if I do start working with people, I'm not just going to give you like some spreadsheet, like some Excel spread, some boring ass spreadsheet. Like, I would design you like something that you could put on your fridge that shows you like this is your pie chart, this is your budget, this is what you save on, this is what you invest. Like, just like a people are very visually pleased.
Mhm.
So that was like the only idea. It wasn't a content idea, but it was more like a product. Like, how can I set myself apart from like anyone else doing this? I was even looking. I was going to get my certification in financial coaching, so I was going to work on that um, starting like in January, just so I'm like officially certified to even tell someone how to save their money. Just in case any legal stuff comes my way, I can handle that. But yeah, man, just trying to stay busy, dude.
That's awesome, man. I had no idea. Thank you for sharing that. Which V friend do you think is the most fiscally responsible? Who would be
You
like
said
your
what
person,
responsible?
like fiscally, like financially responsible?
Uh, dude, I think everything goes back to two things. The YOLO yak. I know YOLO like isn't as in as it once was, but like the concept of you only live once, like anything in the VeeFriends universe, you put it into action because you only live one time. So like that's my thought with that. And then adaptability is like there are going to be months where you're broke, and there's going to be months where you're thriving, and there's going to be months where the market is down, but you still just have to keep going. You have to adapt. Like, whatever comes your way, you have to understand how to tackle it. Um, but yeah, dude, finances is one thing. I'm like a nerd when it comes to health. I love health. Um, just like tracking sleep, things that you eat, nutrition. Like, I don't know, man. I can sit here and yap about all these damn things that I'm into, but that's pretty much it, man.
Man, you're a well-rounded guy.
Thank you, dude.
I was thinking of kind of bland too. Black Label.
I'm sure there are so many better characters that I could have named. I'm like on the hot seat right now, so I can't think of any other one. Generous Gerbil. I know there comes a point in people's financial freedom where being generous and giving back is very important. So like that's a whole other side to it, but Accountable Ann is a good one. But yeah, dude, I like to think I'm a little versatile. I'm trying to dabble into a lot of things.
The financial coaching is so huge though, because it's just not taught. Like so many practical things are not taught. Like my parents were terrible with money. Like no one taught me.
And people are so like afraid to talk about it. Like I don't get it. I mean, I guess I do get it because everyone was raised with the mindset of like, you know, you don't talk about it. You don't tell people how much you get paid. And that I understand. But like there's a whole other realm of it where like, hey, I can at least tell you like a budget plan, like a 50-30-20 or a 70-20-10, like just give you a budget and then tell you like, hey, invest in this index fund or invest in here. Like I can give you a general synopsis on what I think is the best practice. I don't have to tell you exactly how much I make. But yeah, people are just very scared about money. And it's a generational thing because I got lucky. My parents taught me about money when I was a kid. My mom got me a credit card when I was 18. And then by the time I was 15, my parents didn't pay for anything else. Once I got my first ever job, my mom was like, hey, that's it. Everything is on you. You got to pay for it. So I was taught money at an earlier age, but I'm seeing a lot of people like friends of mine that are 25, 26, don't even know what a credit card is. So I'm trying to like put people on like, hey, just start simple steps. Just open a credit card. Very easy. And then it's just because obviously people are not open to just jumping in like, all right, you're going to get a credit card. You're going to invest. You're going to save. Like you got to spoon feed some people.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to like open up the idea to more people because people are too scared to talk about it, man. It's so stupid. People are scared to open their damn bank accounts, which is like a crazy thing. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, do you listen to Alex Hormozy at all?
He's more sales. I don't listen to Alex Hormozy too much, but I do like his content. I've seen him around. He's pretty cool.
He's one of the things that I've adopted from him. Like, yeah, he's super smart, and just, I'm not there yet with a lot of his business stuff, but he's got just the way he breaks things down and concepts and thinks mathematically. I really appreciate. But one of the things he said, like you need to check up on your money. He's like, I open my bank account every day, and
every morning when I wake up.
So I've been trying to do that too.
Yeah, dude.
It builds. Like, you just have a better habit. Yeah, you have a better understanding of what's happening.
Yeah, because people, dude, I have like 4 or 5 different finance apps that like all track different things, but it gives me a good like overview of what I got going on. And if you don't look at your money daily and something comes out, like people with subscriptions nowadays, like we have apps like Rocket Money that are like advertising to cancel your subscriptions because we're forgetting that we're doing all these free trials and it's causing people to lose money. And that extra money that you're spending on a Netflix membership that you don't even watch, you can be investing that, compound that for 30 years.
Yeah,
you're going to be in a good spot wherever you're at. So it's a domino effect, man. But I love Hormozy. There's a guy that I really, really love. His name is Ramit Sethi or Sethi. I'm not sure to pronounce his last name, but
I've seen him.
Everything he says, I agree with. I love him. My favorite financial app. There's an app called Copilot. Copilot like shows me everything, how much money I have, how much money I have invested. That's where I budget. I do, and it's so like UI on that app is so nice. So I use Copilot for that, and then obviously like Discover is my bank. I like Discover. It's got a good interest rate, but that's just my bank. But Copilot is such a good finance app, man. If anyone's bad with their money, just sit for a couple of hours using Copilot. And I promise you, like, it's so nice looking that you'll want to get good with your money. But yeah.
So I just want to make sure we're getting our facts right here. right now, if someone's listening to you and they're like, "Oh, I really need to get my stuff together." Like, are you in a position where you're like taking client, like, are you scheduling meetings to talk to people and coach them out?
Yeah, I could. I know there is a certification point to where if I ever tell you like, hey, you have to like, if you want to make your money, you should invest in here. Like if I ever
Right.
give like financial advice, I'm
Can't do that.
like I should get certified. I could give like a general like recommendation, like, hey, I think S&P 500 is a good place to invest. But yeah, I think I'm open to taking clients at whatever point. I've met with people like on free consultations or whatever. But I'm like getting into like the rhythm of like, you know, getting comfortable with it. Like it's how I started in design. I was very scared at first, just like I am with this. I'm not fully comfortable with it yet, but I know that what I'm speaking is what I know. I just have to get to the point where I can like fully tell you like, hell yeah, send everyone my way. I'm not mentally there yet, so I'm like slowly building. But when you have your dating show, I'll have my financial coaching business on the side.
One of the check boxes once people get together will be to meet with you to make sure they're aligned on how they
they should
on their financial goals and morals.
They should. Money and relationships is another mountain that is not talked about enough.
Yep.
Very, very scary topic, but it's very easily navigatable, if that's a word.
Mikey is stating facts.
Hey man.
I am so happy. Like, we really went all over.
Yeah, dude. I love VeeFriends to death. Love VeeFriends. But man, I could talk about everything else, man. We could sit here and talk about soil for the next like 30 minutes. Like how you can walk barefoot in soil and how it like recharges your body because we have a magnetic connection to the earth. Like we could talk about that for an hour. We could talk about money. Like my mind is like rampant, dude.
Do you
favorite fertilizer? I think there's a brand called Arla that I put in my plants. My finances would be better if you wouldn't design so much. Hey, that's a great point. I'm not gonna hold you. Yeah. Honestly, if you ever give me your budget, I'm gonna give you like an unlimited budget for VeeFriend stuff. You can spend whatever you want.
Yeah, I don't think it's not really symbiotic to promote your stuff in under the VeeFriends umbrella.
Yeah, I know. The thing is, I want people to buy stuff. Like, honestly, this is one thing that I do love telling people is like, just because you're budgeting and just because you're strict and you're saving and you're investing, there is still a percentage for having fun. Like, you have to be happy. You can't just save and spend all your money and live, check to check just to suffice yourself in your future. You got to enjoy now. So if that means, buying a few snowstorm packs or buying some ornaments, I don't know. It's up to you, but I don't know. I'm going to clip that from my bank. Look, I just want people to love what we're releasing. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm going to keep making y'all spend money and keep getting stuff that just looks cool on your shelf. Yeah, I did see Anne's snow globe. What the hell?
Anne makes a lot of wild stuff.
Yeah, Anne is like
Anne's a talent.
I'll tell you what, Anne's name comes up in some of our meetings. We really show a lot of love to Anne in the VeeFriends space. So keep doing what you're doing, Anne. Have you heard of Live Trends Designs? I have not heard of that.
Live not heard of that. Designs.
I need some insight, my friend. And then I'll go so you can do your thing. I'm over here hogging up time. It's been 2 hours, dude.
Dude, this is I literally didn't plan anything else. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna invite whoever up in a second.
Who else do you bring up?
Whoever wants to play the voting game.
Give me another one.
You want to play? All right.
Yeah, give me another one.
I'm gonna throw the if anybody wants to come up, I'm gonna throw the link, the invite, the VeeFam chat. If you're not in the VeeFam chat, say add me to the VeeFam chat. And I'll give you another one. Where are we? Dude, I can't even call this a mini-sode anymore.
How late were you planning on staying on?
Oh, usually till 12.
Oh shoot. Okay, so you still got an hour. I didn't take up too much of your time.
No, man. You are a guest that can stay for as little or as long as you like.
I appreciate you, man.
I gotta find the right link now. I have the Gary YouTube video.
Oh, pulled up.
By the way, I noticed Andy was on the sideline in jeans. He balls. I wonder why he didn't that day.
I don't know why he didn't play that day. And then every time I'm about to go up to New York, he'll always tell me, "Hey, we got a hoop. And then he's always wearing jeans. So I don't know. I'm sure at some point I'll hoop with Andy. I'm not sure when that day will come, but they play really early though. Like they play like at 6 a.m.
Yeah. Well, that's the Tyler Schmidt origin story. Do you know Tyler's story?
Wait, was he hooping with Gary? Was that what it was?
Yeah, he got invited. He got invited to play in like the 6 a.m. games, and he was in New Jersey, so he would get up at like 4 and schlep, like because
Wow.
Gary's assistant at the time was inviting him, or Gary's assistant's roommate, I think, invited Tyler, or something like that. So Tyler schlepped and played every day and just balled out, and he just worked his way in the ecosystem.
Wow.
And now
he's a G, man.
He's in he's in that circle.
He's a cool dude, man. I always give him praise whenever I can. Every time that I see him, he always reminds me that I left. He's like you left Vayner at one point. Look at you now. I'm like, I know, man. I know.
See, I can't ask you who has lost their rent money up their nose.
No, you cannot ask me that.
Who is
what is it? What is this game? This voting game?
It's like you've heard of like Cards Against Humanity, right?
Yeah.
This is pretty much the same thing.
Same people, okay. We need like a would you rather or something.
Would you rather's is good. I'll give you another PG one.
Okay, come
on. Like there's just an unbelievable amount of cards. See, there's some bad ones. There's some bad ones in here. I think this is a pile of bad ones.
Yeah, that's good. Let me not lose my job tonight.
Yeah, no, we don't want that.
Are you down to join Barkney? Where is Barkney at? What is this, like on Discord or something?
Mikey, you down to join Barkney? Prez is in the building. Prez, like AK Presidente. It's so Vanilla and Carney started a new community server.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who has shown up to Thanksgiving dinner high? I won't ask you that either. Who is still skeptical of global warming? Whose favorite day of the week is Monday? That's a nice like
Gary.
Gary friendly question. All right, how about this one? Here's one. Here's a good one. Who would survive the longest in a zombie apocalypse?
Who would last the longest? Oh my gosh.
Who is like built for the trenches of outdoors, like no technology?
Do we even have someone like that? Bro, it's New York. I don't think anyone has like any reserves in New York. Like,
yeah,
you got rent and that's it. Oh man, I don't know. Who would win? Zombie apocalypse. Shoot, man. I was thinking this would be a little bit easier. It is a good one. I don't think anyone in New York.
What about like May?
May, I don't know. Would May survive? You think May would survive the zombie apocalypse?
I don't know May super well, but I know she's like uber talented and smart.
Con man might. Con man might. Have you had him on here?
No. We
He's a cool dude.
we had some dates and things happen. He's still, I don't know. I
He's a,
haven't tried to bump him in a while.
I'm sure he's busy, but he's a cool dude. I think you'd enjoy having him on here.
Yeah. No, he's we've jammed a couple times about it. We just sometimes it takes a while to get to the finish line.
Yeah. I someone like Courtney too. Dude, Courtney is super cool. Me and Courtney worked at 1:37 p.m. together, which is crazy. I've known her for years.
She's super nice. I just met her briefly at VCon. Only that one time.
What was your favorite thing about VCon this past year?
It's very, very cliche answer. It's a very trendy answer, but just seeing everyone in the community. Like Gary was spot on when he was like, third year camp, like you're just gonna be dying to see everyone. So like just at the little events, you know, I threw an event on the first day, and it was just seeing everyone walk in for the first time because that was like kicked off the whole weekend. It was just surreal, so fun. And then just hanging out at the different booths and doing little night sessions or dinners. It was seeing everybody. Like
aren't you guys doing something this year? Like the community?
There's a few events, I think. I don't know what's official and what's not. The Texas guys, Ben and Whiskey, they're doing something in March.
Okay.
They did last year. And then there's other rumblings of things. I don't know if anything is set in stone outside of the Texas thing, but I'm seriously, it's on my big time wish list to plan something in Charleston for this year.
That'd be dope. Hey man, I'd go.
Yeah,
I'd go. It's close by, 6 hours or a 30-minute plane ride. I'd do it.
You could have half of the team. You could have a sleepover.
Hell yeah, and we could do a dating show.
IRL.
Yeah, dude. I don't know why you're scared. Let's go. Come on.
Live from the beach.
I'm excited. I know you're gonna have a dude. Your face lights up when you talk about dating shows, so it's meant to happen, dude.
The best. One of my favorite job ever was a camp counselor. So the camp I went to, we would Thursday it was a week camp, but it would be like repetitious all summer. But I went there as a kid, and I went all the way to like direct. I was there for like 10 years. And Thursday night there would be a dance, which is like kids hooked up. Like that's what everyone, like kids went to the camp, $1,000 a week just for like the dance night to hook up. But before that, before the dance, while the DJ was getting set up, we would have a dating show, and it was the funniest. It was the best. It was just so fun. So
how old were you when this happened?
How old was I? Well, I first went as like a 12, 13-year-old, and then I was in the, up in my college years, I would do it.
Okay, so they had this dating show.
So yeah, it was, tweens, high school, and then like you're in college as the counselor or whatever. But it was just so fun, and yeah, I had to relive that now in my 30s virtually.
Dude, I think it's crazy they were doing dating shows for like tweens. But dude, we gotta find. I just realized the sticky note behind you is just single DM me. So we gotta make this happen, man.
I literally wore that for content over my Fearless hat. I just
I love it.
Yeah, and Corso is gonna come on too, because he's still single.
He is.
I'm gonna remind him.
I'm trying to help him, man. He's so locked in with work. He's told me a million times. He's like, I'm just focused on work. I'm just trying to do my thing. But he's gonna get him a girl one day, man.
Well, I'm gonna make sure he has a great group to choose from.
Pick from. Yeah.
Smart.
I think whoever gets with him is gonna be a lucky girl, man. He's a good-hearted individual. So
Yeah.
hopefully he gets one day. I just know right now he's like so locked in on work. We all are, but he's locked in on work.
Yeah, there's something in the water over there with you guys.
Dude, it's a lot going on. I know with VCon taking a little hiatus for a year, I don't know how long, honestly. Just like Andy said it, just focus on building the brand for the next year. So
Totally.
we're just like really locked in.
It makes
Yeah,
sense.
it's exciting, man. It's exciting. Even just seeing like the winter stuff, like how that's getting not perceived, but like how that's being received. Just going into the next year, like I know this next year is going to be huge, man. And like we're building a freaking arsenal, man. Cartoons, products, like live commerce, like there's like VeeFriends is really turning into like a tank, man.
I'm very aware, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, but I'll let you do your thing, man. I'm already been here for I've already been here for 2 hours, bro.
Dude, this has been so fun.
It has been. I know it's cliche, but I appreciate you inviting me on here, even being the first. Like I appreciate that. And just you've always been good conversation and just a good dude. So I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you, and I can't wait to jam up soon. And yeah, I will be tapping in to you when we do the dating show because I want you in the audience, and maybe
yeah.
maybe just a guest for a round, just to ask some questions. I know you're off the market, but just as like a co-host.
I would love to, dude. I would love to. Anything that will make me laugh, I'll be there. I love to just laugh my ass off. So I'm down. Just let me know when I'm there.
It was very funny.
All right, dude.
All right.
Let me
Thanks,
know.
Mikey.
I'm there. All right, my guy. I'll talk to you soon. Be safe. I'll see you, man.
Later. Oh, that was so fun.